Amongst those vampires who see Cain as their ancient progenitor, 6 rules or traditions are used to govern their society and their interactions with each other. These laws of Cain, also often simply known simply as the 6 traditions, are not unique only to the children of Cain. Other vampires also seem to integrate some of their rules into their societies, either, as the Cainites would have you believe, because they originate from Cain whether they like it or not, or because these are pragmatic laws that seem to well suit the nature of vampiric existence. The first among these traditions is covenant. The covenant of Cain is the idea that Cain's blood must be respected up throughout the bloodlines until we reach the top of the great pyramid of vampiric sire and child to Cain themselves. One must always respect their elder. One must always defer to their elder. One exists only at the behest of their elder. The covenant itself is the foundation of every other one of the 6 traditions, and thus it is also the foundation of the great and endless society of unliving vampires. This rule means, because of this tradition, young vampires are oftentimes suppressed and oppressed by their elders, used simply as servants, not respected. And when a young vampire does reach above their station, there is often one who can claim either blood lineage or simply the power of age above them, who can undo whatever it is they accomplish. This is the tragic fear that every Cainite, neonate, and ancilla must overcome if they are to survive to become true elders and gain near equal status under the first tradition. Hello and welcome, Cainites, kindred, and other children of the night. We are here once again with Lucretia of Clan Cappadocian of the Giovanni Bloodline and the Giovanni family. Okay. We gotta fix all this. So the first thing is, I've been thinking about it real hard, and I want Benedetta gone. I tire of her. Now, I only have one Duke who's not me, and that is her sire. And there's nobody better in the world to handle a wayward child than the sire. And yes, I know this is going to create an enormous amount of non-de jure territory, but I figure when he has the money again, maybe he'll become an even grander Duke and buy the title, which I'm perfectly happy with. Let's just go into here and grant vassal. I want to grant him his child, Benedetta the Smelly. There we go. And that puts us in a position where we're going to put in Sylvia. But to get to Sylvia, we got a couple of things we got to do. Because she is landed, we cannot embrace her. Yes, we've picked her for the embrace. Mostly simply because embracing him is going to be a very difficult thing to do. The real only thing we could try to do to embrace him is imprison him, but we don't have a hook on him right now. He's our vassal, our champion, and our ghoul. Originally, it was going to be him. He got a point, so he got up to 14 on his own, which is really nice. He must have an event or something. They do fire events on their own, after all, especially when they're landed and they got the experience coming for them. So, looking at him, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I did promise to him first, but to get him in, to do that, I have to get him out of his title. Because I don't think I can even embrace him in prison if he's landed. I think he's got to actually be removed from his position. Which basically means he's a ghoul forever until I can replace him, and then I replace him by, yes, letting him die off. Since he only exists based on my personal will right now. The only thing is, she is his heir, and I do not want her. Do not want her to gain the title. I would much rather anyone else on Earth gain the title than her. Which just makes the whole thing difficult. I kind of find it interesting that we can't embrace landed characters. I could imprison him, double revoke him, grant him his titles back, but in order to do that, I would have to get a hook on him to have any chance of the imprison working. Do I have a way to get a hook on him? He's my ghoul. As my ghoul, there's some things I could do with him. But nothing that's gonna really help, right? No. I could give him blood, which I think gives me a blood oath hook on him, which I could use to pull him in, and which I could use to imprison him. I mean, the point is, I'd always intended to give it to him first. Regardless of what else is happening, Sylvana is getting this position. It's fine. She's getting this position. There's no reason to put her in full landed territory quite yet, because she doesn't have a matching education, so her being able to get experience isn't that big a deal, because it won't make her better at her job as steward. So we can manipulate the ghoul to give him blood. We need to feed because we're falling behind on blood. So once we give him that hook, does that happen instantly or does it take a minute? It happens instantly. I can then imprison him with the strong hook. It only gives him a 50% chance. I could let him flee and then I go to war with him, though, is the thing. I'm not worried about tyranny. Am I worried about the tyranny? No, I'm not really worried about the tyranny. So we won't use the hook on him. It does make me think to not even bother to do this. But I gotta get him out of the title if I'm going to ever embrace him, is the thing. I can get her out of her title really easy, but he's harder. And I think we should just do this now, just to get it done, because it's gotta eventually happen. Because if I want to ever make him a child, which was the original plan, I gotta take this risk. Now, the biggest risk of this is that I could kill him in the war. Yeah. So let's just do this. I would be happy to share. Yes, yes, yes. We have done our mystical communion, and of course, Constancia is impressed by us, like she has been many. Oh, wow! Wow, 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 wow. He's a rival. That's okay. I really didn't expect that to work. Like, you know, every once in a while, you're like, I don't. So now that he's in here, we're gonna have to just go good. Is he gonna even more tyranny, but there's really nothing we can do about it. We're gonna revoke both his titles in 2 separate acts of tyranny. Yes, revoking titles from a rival is totally a way to get stressed down. And then we are going to embrace him. The embrace. Let's do it. It's time. We gained a sanguine perk for prowess from Theft of Vitae as we get deeper and deeper into blood sorcery. That's great. Hopefully he's smart enough to not stay our rival for long. I don't need one of these right now. We'll let this happen because we have so many people to deal with already. But I don't really want anything to do with that right now. Okay, and education. So this is what we're going to do. Now that he is officially embraced, we are going to grant him... And yes, I know, there's going to be problems with this. There's absolutely going to be problems with this. We've got to get him out of prison. I'm going to let him figure it out on his own, because I'd like for him to be better. Okay, so now we need to invite him to the court, which he will do. I'm going to do the court. Fine, I know I've been putting it off, I know. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. Gesture for the first in line to approach. Count Chaplain Fibonacci, my son strives forward, clearly eager for me to hear his position. You want to be a marsh? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No, I don't want you paying that much less tax. It's like 50% less tax. A frightful peasant strolls all too close before the guards test between us. Ooh. She backs off with a wink, laughing through scant teeth. Your ladiness, I come here from Cynthia with a matter of grey-at import. You see, queen, back in my grandpappy's days? Okay. How did this woman get in? Anyone? Highfalutin. Yeah, we'll just take the popular opinion down. That's fine. They can hate me, it's fine. The raggedy thin peasant stands before me, gawking at the opulence of my throne. I'm sorry, my lord. The village of Verona was hit by a blight. You know, I will help them rebuild. I got the money on hand. Why not, right? Why not? So now let's get back to what we were actually trying to pay attention to, which is how to manage all of our problems that we have. So right now, he should be coming home, right? Yes, now he's home. So now we grant him his 2 old titles back. And then we grant him Genoa. All right, so that's all his now. Good on him. And then we go to here and we create this title. We usurp it from the lady who holds it now because she does not deserve it. If she wanted to keep it, she should have won her war. We grant it to him, a powerful duke, and we put him back in his position as marshal. So he has been appropriately rewarded for his time as our servant, as we said we would. He is now our 2nd child, Duke Martino. He is Parmesan, but he is also father of our first revenant family, the Mortai. So where does that leave us? Well, honestly, in a pretty good position. He should be able to continue to gain experience here. He switched to chivalry, which is quite interesting. I guess he thinks he needs more prowess now that he is a vampire. I guess that makes sense. You know, he's a powerful vampiric knight now. Let's see how our how these are doing. No successor there. I'm just checking to see if, since we have some more knights now, if we have any successors. No, we don't. That's fine though. Like, we're okay with that. So he is now our a duke. Hopefully he understands why we put him in prison. The reason is game mechanics. No, the reason is that we needed to get him close to us so we could embrace him. Education, clumsy child. Your child is doing well enough so far, except in one aspect, court etiquette. For some reason, he can't quite wrap his head around the proper protocol to observe in court. Stay right here and watch, don't say a thing. Well, this one will have other uses, I hope. Oh, geez. Oh, you know, we'll give him, we'll spend the prestige to keep him from becoming a complete social moron. Keep that 0 off the chart. That's right, that unrecoverable 0. Maybe someday in a couple hundred years he'll get a chance to recover from that. Imagine being -2 under 0 forever in diplomacy as a vampire. You'd be like the worst. It'd be very hard to live your life. Matters of faith. Okay, this will gain me stress, but I will gain piety. I would like to exchange stress for piety. We do need lots of piety, especially if we're gonna recharge our legendaries. You could also call them legendaries if you prefer that pronunciation, because they are supposed to be Roman legion-like. Tempted by gold. Your new child has proven to be quite quirky in his adaptation to vampirism. He thinks that his new condition is best used at making money. He talks all day long about how immortality means easy investments, new opportunities, and such nonsense. As you sigh, you console yourself by thinking that it is at least a better hobby than trying to murder you. Ah, it's true. Of course, right now, his hobby is trying to murder me. Hopefully, he figures out that this is just not real pretty fast. Oh, geez, he has a... he also has a... Okay. Okay. What will those damn fledglings think of next? He converts to Via Mechedera? No. Oh, jeez. You know, I don't legitimately care if he follows my faith. That's just the truth. I actually legitimately don't care. If he wants to be a merchant, let him be a merchant. Like, he wants to be a zealot. He's gonna be the worst zealous merchant ever. He's gonna make so many mistakes. He's gonna be the absolute worst. I can't even believe how bad he's gonna be. He's gonna be like trying to make investments, but he's terrible at it. But he has to because he religiously believes in money as being the way of power. Education, the prestation, behave yourself in there, please. There's no need for them to know about you. Yeah, no, you gotta go in there. You gotta go in there. We gotta bring this thing to a head. This could be one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made. Too stressful, insolent idiot. Your child made a great first impression during his prestation, perhaps a little too great. Encouraged by your vassals eager to throw a wrench in your plans, he has started to have delusions of grandeur. Obviously, This is way above his station or power right now, but the impudent whelp is almost openly plotting for his future tenure as your heir. You will have to rein this one in quickly. Yeah, that's... I don't even know what to say. What a child. What a child. I feel like everything we just did there was a mistake. Well, we've created a fresh new Giovanni, and he is technically Cappadocian. But he, you know, we do count as Giovanni, even though our sire wasn't really a Giovanni, except on a technicality that he was born as one. You know, Grandpapa out here. I bet he's proud of us. I bet he thinks we're doing great. I don't know. Papa being gone, though, is a little bit disconcerting. What do we do now, though? I mean, there are a couple of logical things that we probably should do. You know, like, I don't want a kingdom title. I'd rather just steal a big old duchy from him. I want this so bad. I want this so bad. I think we win this. We've won every war where we've challenged him, and just pushing him off the peninsula and moving Italy down the peninsula would just be such a boon. It'd just be such a, like, it's just such a power play. I just don't know who I would put in the positions, because we need people, right? The biggest problem is we need people. And we also don't want to create more people who are too strong, because then they'll push out our people. Maybe we should go slower, right? Pisa is a much slower and more manageable thing for us to do. We do this instead. Thing is, he just keeps declaring war on us, right? We could do, because we can de jure. I mean, if we do the kingdom is the only way to get all of it at once. It's not great. It's not great. I consider that to be the exact opposite of great. But then there's also, I don't know. I feel like we need to get this done, right? Like, this has to happen, because he's going to keep causing problems for us forever. Yeah, I mean, we have to. Once we got the idea in our head, the fact that it's so dangerous and so difficult for us to manage basically means that it counts as challenging death and has to be done. So let's do it. Let's raise all our armies here. And we're just going to siege our way through here. I'm going to go a little slower, you know, because last time we got a little overwhelmed by not going slow enough. Probably going to be super broke when this is done. His education is an end. You are no longer helpless fletching, but you are still my child. There we go. Let's push a little speed onto this siege. I think he's going to attack us thinking he'll win, but I think our quality will defeat him. Oh yeah, it's definitely defeating him. Are you kidding? Who's in this faction? Just him? Listen. Listen to me, kid. You need to get your head out of your arse, okay? You're literally only here because I put you here. The question is, will we be able to defeat him with his ally present? I don't know. I don't know at all. He will weaken, but he will be fine. Melancholy experience always. Let's, nope, that's the guy we just hunted from, I'm guessing. Can't hunt from him either, because he is wandering. Okay, which means we need to grab more mortals. Find mortals with melancholic humors. Please draw them to me. Can you please be pinned? Thank you. Can you please be pinned and hunted from? I'll hunt from you. Why can't I hunt from you? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm gonna friggin' I made an army again. It's always the army thing. It's always getting me every single time. Every time. Okay, we have captured an enemy combatant. Oh. I feel like we have to do this. So we're gonna? That's our first step upwards. Our first step upwards. We are now 6th generation. I don't understand this event because I'm allowed to execute people. So it feels like them just assuming that the missing prisoner is Diablerie is absurd because I'm allowed to execute people. You know, like executing her would be fine if it wasn't Diablerie. So how do they know the execution was Diablerie? I literally torture people to death in private chambers all the time. How would they know the difference? I guess it's got to be tyranny. I guess tyranny is my real only option. Like, tyranny is it. We defeat them. And then I guess after we finish the siege, we chase his ally down. Just for the purposes of getting it done. You're gonna siege that. That's great. That's super interesting to me. That you're gonna siege that. It's fine, it's fine. I mean, there has to be some challenges, right? Who's this? The 7th gen? I wish I knew I was gonna get him, because I would have eaten them both. Wait, I was 7th gen, so that's not true. This guy, what are we gonna do with you? What are we gonna do with you? You are a Nosferatu. My preferred response to you is... Let me see. And I want to herd one of the pinned people, so I'm going to herd this person. Right here. He's probably going to, out of desperation, try to buy mercenaries, because that's usually what they do at this point. I just don't know that the mercenaries are relevant, or if he can even afford them. Let's speed the siege up, because we don't want to be here all day. We probably should actually build some siege troops. Wait, what? Oh, it's tyranny, right? Yeah, it's absolutely tyranny. Making him upset. What is this? Send gift? Oh, I'll take your money. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Thanks, I'm poor. I'll take your money. Prisoners can be ransomed. What are my other 2 prisoners? This baron here. Okay. Then we have this baron here. She has so much money. I'm gonna keep them in our prison because we might be able to exile them afterwards. What is this? Wait, who fell out of here? I don't understand why that happened. He's clearly not dead. I didn't get a death message for him, so I guess he is dead. I guess he did die in battle. I just didn't see it. I mean... What happened? Why is he so mad? Oh, I'm a tyrant. Yeah, guess what? Guess what? Let's go to open legacies. Oh, we're actually just going regular customs. Interesting. I don't know that I would have picked that, but it's quite cool. I probably would have picked one of the cool things up here, but you know, we don't always get to choose, right? There's different ways to be a scholar. So we're gonna cut this off. In fact, we're probably gonna cut it off there. Come down and do the attack. Now we want to siege something else. I guess we'll cross over to here. Siege this down. A courtier between friends. So we are friends, but you're still mad. She is a moderately talented as a... in intrigue. Now looking at our intrigue over here, we got the count in here. He's probably staying there forever, but that doesn't mean I don't want her. I don't want to go in debt. Do I? Yeah, I'll take her. I'll go into a little bit of debt for her. What is this now? Demand artifact? What are you talking about? It doesn't belong to you. Go away. It's mine. It was made literally for me. You don't have any money this time. Oh, this is a ghoul. I never even met you before. Well, we'll just keep our prison with the people that are in it. You know, we'll just keep things as they are for now. Did I not? It's still not done. That's crazy. It actually feels weird. This isn't done yet. I think it makes the most sense just to keep moving north. Now the hard question comes. Do we do fortitude? Do we make ourselves hard to kill? We can always wait on this stuff. Hostile scheme resistance, ashes to ashes. I think we're going to take ashes to ashes. I think we're just going to go down Cappadocian necromancy next. We can always do fortitude later. Yeah, nobody's happy because of the tyranny. I get it. It was huge tyranny, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, right? That's victory. And we have forced him off the peninsula. We have shredded his entire territory. Literally every single location inside this territory has to be allocated and managed. That is going to be one heck of a task, because I don't even know where to begin. This is difficult. It's like really difficult. Like this kingdom, we will eventually probably create it, I think. Ooh. Oh, the reason I don't have a herd, didn't get a herd member is because I switched it to this. You know, I don't really actually care about that. Let's hunt from her. Let's herdify her. Let's unmark the person who's now wandering. 18 spots. Oh, how are we gonna handle this? Okay. Starting here. I need to grant to a literal child. Who are you? So we're gonna just go through and we're gonna pick people on this list who we think it makes sense to give these things to. So you can have this. This. Okay. And we're gonna grant them out like singularly, because we're not trying to make anyone powerful down here. We're actually trying to keep them quite weak, because we need to be able to manage them. So we'll grant this out. Oh, it's Rome. Should we be moving our capital to Rome? There's actually a Cappadocian building here. Damn it. I didn't even think about the fact that after this fight we would hold Rome. Literally holding Rome. I mean, how do you not, though? How do you not? Oh, this is... So logically, the way we solve this is we give up, we keep just Rome, right? Which means we give away whichever one of these that we hold isn't a duchy capital, right? I forget where we are all the time. So we're here and here. You? If this is a duchy capital, right? I thought, yeah, this is a duchy capital. We keep these. Oh, that sucks. This is going to be a terribly interesting situation. We're holding Rome for now. We're not giving it away. So let's find someone to take this. Is there anything interesting that comes from this? Knight's progress, nothing. Fort level. Taxes garrison. We need a Ventru Primogen. We need a Malkavian Primogen. We need a Lasombra Primogen. We need a Cappadocian Primogen, and we need a Toreador Primogen. And we get Roma Invicta. +1 diplomacy per level of fame. Court grandeur, monthly renown. There's just no way we're not gonna hold Rome. So that's a thing. But for now, we're gonna assume we're gonna hold this too. I don't know if we're gonna, but we'll figure that out later. We're gonna grant this to somebody in the clan. This woman can probably have this singular title. We're gonna grant this to somebody in the clan. That is a guy with dementation. He's not in the clan. Oh, these Mortis kids in here. Okay, we'll grant him this title. Yeah, I know. It makes them hate me. I get it. I get it. It's because I have so much tyranny. I had no choice, okay? That tyranny had to happen. I needed to eat that lady, okay? There's just no other way to talk about it. I needed to eat that lady. Eating her made tyranny. This is the child of Albina, so we're going to grant her this. And yes, it's the whole reason why we're granting these out singularly is because we do not want any of these people to be that strong. We're trying to keep them weak. Maybe they'll fight amongst themselves and grow strength over time, but I can use that time. I can use that time to recover, right? Ooh, this guy's a physician. He's pretty neat. Hey, you wanna hold some land here in Italy, in Rome? You Cappadocian bastard? I'm sort of, like, lining all these people up, though. You know what I mean? Just for, like... Did I give him 2 titles? Oh, I think I did. Okay, well, that broke my rule of not giving people more than 1 title. That's fine. I just did it by accident. Court Chaplain Vlad here. I mean, this is his 3rd child. He has 4 children. He's had so many children. Go there. And this is literally my grandson, whose sire is you. You've been embraced for a week and you made a child? You're the literal worst, but I'm going to grant your child a territory just because... Look, we're looking for anybody. We're looking for literally anybody, okay? I don't know how we're going to control all this territory. I don't know why I even thought it was a good idea to take it, okay? It was probably biting off more than I could chew, but that's how it works. We do things we shouldn't do because we want to see how far we can push ourselves, and Rome is one of the most ancient vampiric areas. Having full control over it will let us just uncover the history of our kind in extraordinary degrees. Countess, there's a baron right there. Baron? He's my acclaimed knight. I'm gonna make him a baron. Is he... They're gonna make it, give him an actual... I'll lose him as an acclaimed knight if I do that. Yes, I will. Okay, well, we're not gonna do that then. Grant this to somebody who is a baron and not an acclaimed knight. Baron. Count. I guess there's this guy. We're basically turning this into the land of death. Because everybody is a Giovanni or a Cappadocian. We're like summoning Cappadocians from all over the world. She is a courtier? Yeah, sure. So that puts us at 1 more we gotta get rid of. And that was going to be, we're giving Turin. We will grant our old revenant buddy here, Turin. Sensibly, we move the capital. Oh, we can leave the capital in Milano. That's fine. And that's it. We've somehow, oh god, we've made a mess. It's a huge mess. There's gonna be so much conflict in this. There's nothing we can do about it. But we are holding Rome for ourselves because we deserve it. And anybody who thinks we don't, just get off our back. Okay? If we hold Rome and Montano stayed our friend, then it means we have a legitimate claim. I'm gonna claim somehow is true, even though it's game mechanics. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you join us the next time we are here in Italy. It's sort of coming together. Who is our steward? We lost our steward, didn't we? Yeah, we granted her title away. I knew that was gonna happen, but we do have Dante. Dante is a suitable replacement, and it does mean that she's likely never ever going to get embraced now, which is neat. I don't know about that for sure. I could run over there and do it at some point, because I did promise her, sort of. I mean, I promised myself, but I don't know how that means anything. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. All right. Bye for now.